Hey guys, welcome to another fingerpicking lesson. Marco here. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you this beautiful chord progression in B minor I was playing at the beginning of the video. Now, the goal is to develop a musical idea. We're going to start in a very simple way, and then we're going to add more and more elements to the chord progression. At some point, we're going to change key. We're going to go in a D major key, and we're going to change the arpeggio. So it's kind of learning how to write a musical idea with the guitar. We're going to take it step by step, get the tab if you need it, and subscribe to this channel if you want to keep up with all the upcoming lessons. Now, let's have a close up and let's get started. Now guys, the chord progression is very simple. B minor, A, G, and A. Now we're going to play like this. So the first thing, just understand how to produce this beautiful muted sound. Just like a palm muting technique, I'm leaning the palm on the strings here, right next to the bridge pins, okay? Put it down, and then I'm mainly playing with thumb and index. Now the first chord is B minor, and I'm playing it like this. The A string fret number 2, the D string fret number 4, the B string fret number 3, 5, and the E string fret number 2, and back to the B string fret number 3. I'm playing thumb, thumb, index, 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 index. Now the second chord is A major. We're going to keep the same rhythmic idea. So I have A string open, the D string fret 2, the B string fret 2, fret number 3, E string open, and the B string fret number 2. The third chord is G major, which is going to be played twice, and we have it. So you have the low E string fret 3, the D string open, the G string fret number 4, the B string fret number 2 and 3, and back to the G string fret number 4. Now the second time we play the G, we're going to go all the way up to the note D. Okay, then we play the A string open and the D and the B string fret number 2 to play the A major. So now the second time we repeat the whole thing, we're gonna add also a fragment of a scale, and so we're gonna play like this. And we're going to play this just for the B minor and the A major chord. Now you want to play the B minor all the way up to the E string fret 2. Then you have the E string fret number 3, pull off on fret 2, and on the B string fret number 5, 3, and 2. You can play a pull off between the fret 3 and 2. So the second chord is A major. We play the same thing all the way up to the E string, and then we have the E string fret number 2, pull off, the B string fret number 3, 2, and a pull off. Now the G is the same, and the last A is the same. So take it step by step, practice the part number 1, and then you move on to the part 2 when you feel ready. Alright guys, the part number 2 is very cool because we're going to play the same chord progression, but we're going to add a beautiful arpeggio. Now we're going to get rid of the palm muting, so we're actually going to let the chords ring out. We're going to play like this. So the first chord is the B minor, and we're gonna play the A string fret number 2, the B string fret number 3, the E string open, and then we have the A string and the E string fret number 2 simultaneously, the B string fret 3, and the E string open. Now the finger picking arpeggio for this part goes like this. You have thumb, index, middle, thumb and ring together, middle finger on the B string, and ring finger on the E. Now memorize this pattern, as we're going to use it for the A major as well. So for the A major, we're going to play the A string open, the B string fret 2, fret number 3, the E string open, simultaneously with the A string, the B string fret number 2, and fret number 3. The last chord is the G major, and we're going to play it like this. You have the low E string, fret number 3, the G string fret 4, and the B string fret number 2. This is actually the sharp 11, so this is a beautiful G sharp 11 chord. Then we're going to slide the B string fret 2 to fret number 3 and play that simultaneously with the bass note. Then you have the G string fret 4 and the B string open. So now for this chord, I like to use a different finger picking pattern. So I have thumb, index, middle, thumb and index together, middle and index. So I'm not using the ring finger for this chord. And we're also going to repeat the chord twice. The whole thing. Now practice this one and see you on part number 3. Now the part 3 is completely different. We are in D major. We're gonna play a D major chord, an A major chord, a B minor chord, and a G major chord. We're gonna play like this. And we're going to repeat the whole thing twice. Now the first chord is D major. We're gonna play the D string open, the B string fret number 7, which is the F sharp, the major 3rd, and the E string open, which is the 9th. Then we have the D string again, and the B string fret number 10, and back to fret number 5. Then we play an A major chord here, so we're playing the A string open, the B string fret number 5, E string open, the B string fret number 7, and back to fret number 3. So far we have. Now we have a B minor chord. Put down the A string fret number 2, the B string fret number 3, the E string open, the A string again fret number 2, the D string fret number 4, and the G string open. So be careful with the B minor, it can be quite a stretchy chord. And the last chord is G major, which is very simple. Just the low E string fret number 3, G string open, and the B string fret 3. And you repeat that twice, okay? Notice that I'm not using the ring finger to pluck the strings. I'm actually only using thumb, index, and middle. You repeat that again. And you go back to the B minor, A, and then the G. So I'm just playing 6, 4, 3, 2, 3, and 4. And then I strum this beautiful G major 7 chord, a G major, and a B minor. So guys, very challenging lesson. Take it step by step, and I'll see you on the next video.